Good morning. Welcome. Welcome. Thank you for being here. What a beautiful time in history and herstory to be alive. This is a perfect practice for this season. As we are navigating the waters of humanity's next level of evolution, we're seeing the twists and the turns. We're seeing the shifts and the sifting in a more profound way, I think, than I even expected. And as we navigate through this time, it's important for us to allow everything that isn't our true self, everything that isn't our true essence, to fall away. If we let go and we surrender to the emptiness, we surrender to the Tao, to God, to the divine. We let go of all of these identifying factors that we tend to have, the labels that we tend to wear, and the labels that we tend to put on others, as I shared this last Sunday. As we release those labels, and we move toward our true and original essence, we find out that the things we've used to label ourselves has really negated ourself, our true self. And as we surrender, that fear that we've had of losing status, position, all of the hard work we've put into whatever title we may be wearing, that as we let those things go, we find that we don't lose anything except for the hindrance of knowing who we truly are. And the same becomes true for all of the others that we think we know. We let go of those labels too. And we draw in closer. We have more ways than ever before in the history of humanity to connect, and yet we're so disconnected. Proximity causes our judgments to be challenged, as they should be. So this week, today, our focus is letting go of more and more of what isn't our true self. Releasing yourself from the need to have the perfect and best doctrine and theology and the most profound religious system, whatever it may be. It's about letting it go. It's about even letting go of our definitions of God and how we relate to humanity and to God. It's about letting go of the construct that we've construed and concocted, and releasing ourselves into the true freedom of all that's possible. So we're just going to breathe our way through this process today, opening ourselves up more and more to love, to joy, and to peace. Noticing as the thoughts arise and occur that bring about judgment, a sense of separation, noticing when they arrive, and watching them move through the sky of our beingness like clouds, and just letting them go. And some might say, John, we've done this practice before. I know. Let's do it again. Let's do it so much that it becomes, we realize that actually this is our first nature, not second nature. Second nature is our human construct. First nature is our eternal essence. Let's observe the thoughts, the feelings, the emotions as they come through, and watch them go. watch the show, if you will, instead of logging into the website. Just watch the link and watch the link go. Allow now your body to relax. Welcome with enthusiasm these few moments of quiet meditation. I'll ask you now to gently close your eyes if you feel comfortable doing so. If you haven't already, soften the shoulders. Just allow them to fall away from the ears, and maybe intentionally let go of any tension that may be in the face or the forehead. Go ahead and announce to the body that there's nowhere to be, and there's nothing to do. There's no one to be. Simply to be here, now. Just to be. No performance, no to-do list, no title, just pure being, here and now. And allowing that alone to be the focus, if you will, for these few moments together. There's no pressure, no competition, no comparison, no quota to meet. Just pure stillness and beingness. Notice now the surface beneath you and how it feels. In this present moment, notice the support. Notice the feeling of the support that the surface beneath you gives you, whether you're lying down or seated. Just noticing now. And sit in the stillness of that support for a few moments. sense of gratitude and thanksgiving for the support that the chair beneath you, the floor beneath you, the bed beneath you gives. Allow a moment of gratitude for the ones or the one who constructed the support beneath you. Simply feel it. Be present with it. Here and now, this present moment. In this loving awareness. I'll invite us to prepare to receive a few intentional deep breaths. We'll breathe in through the nose, maybe 4 or 5 seconds, and then release that breath with a sigh. And as we do, draw the shoulders up toward the ears on the breath in, and then drop them abruptly on the breath out. Preparing now for that first deep breath together. Breathe in. And exhale with a sigh. Feel that sense of surrender and release. Preparing now for another deep breath. And as you breathe in again, bring the shoulders up toward the ears. On the exhale, with a sigh, and abruptly drop the shoulders. Preparing now for a deep breath. Breathe in. And exhale. Feeling that sense of surrender. More and more relaxed in the body. And even the mind is quiet. And how about one more deep breath together? Breathe in. And exhale. And now notice that the body is quiet, settled. And even notice that so is the mind. Surrendered, present in the peace and the stillness of the present moment. And you can notice any thoughts that arise. But make note of the reality that the thinking is happening. That you are not really thinking, but the thoughts arise. And this is a beautiful notation. It's a revelation. That these are not my thoughts. The thoughts are simply occurring. It's the activity of the 3D world, and I am the observer. With this awareness, I'm going to ask us to bring into our mind's eye intentionally our own self in a mirror. Can you you see yourself in that mirror? As you gaze on your own image, make note of any identifying labels you use when looking at you. Just notice those labels. Sit with that label in this quiet moment. And as you notice whatever label sticks out the most, can you let that go? Can you allow that label to fall away? It may be a positive or a negative label. Either one, can you simply let it go and allow yourself to see past it? Maybe allow this visual. Have you ever been to a party or a gathering, a work gathering, where there were name tags and your name was written on it and it was attached to your shirt? It was used to identify you. Maybe allow whatever word comes to mind to be on a label like that stuck to your forehead on the mirror. See that word, see that label attached to you in the mirror's image. Notice it. How does that label feel? The word that is superimposed on it, whether it's positive or negative, how does it feel? What thoughts come to mind? What emotions are connected to it? You can see it. But you know that the true you is not the label. So you're able to reach out, grab hold of the label, and simply remove it. I encourage you to do that now. And if you want to save the label, you can. But in your mind, really the heart of your hearts, you know you don't have to. And if it's negative, certainly feel free to discard it. If it's positive, feel free to discard it. Know in this moment that that label is as temporary as the label used at that party or that work gathering. It's nothing more than a sticky label that we tend to wear. And it isn't the real you. It may have been a way to communicate about you, but it is not you. And allow yourself to know right here and right now that this is true of all labels that you've worn. That there's simply visual ways to describe what we've adopted as our 3D self. And all labels are temporary, not real. Not the true you. As I've shared with you before, when we think of the end of the world, that seems scary. But the word world is from the word cosmos, where we get the word cosmetic. And notice that the label itself was nothing more than a cosmetic. Just as it was put on, it was able to be removed. Maybe it's the end of the world as you've known it. You can release yourself from whatever label you do not want to wear. Your true essence is so much more important than how or what you've identified as. True self is where the power is, which is beyond form, beyond the roles, beyond the label. The isness of you. And so as I enter this day, I live in the awareness and the truth that all of the roles I play are just that, roles. The true me. True me is the one behind the construct. The true me is the observer and the witness of the role I'm playing and the label I'm wearing. My eternal essence. My divine self. Allow yourself to feel a sense of peace and joy with that. That with this inspiration and information, I know that I can even play the role more powerfully, more clearly, because I know that I am not the role itself. Going to invite us into a series of a few deep breaths, breathing in through the nose about 4 or 5 seconds, holding that breath at the top, and then releasing it slowly through the mouth, kind of like you're using a straw to breathe, or a straw to drink. Preparing now for that deep breath together. Breathe in. And release. Now allow yourself to be empty. Empty, empty. For just a few moments. Empty, empty. Preparing for that second breath together. Breathe in. And exhale. Empty, empty, empty. And preparing for that third breath together, breathe in. And exhale. Empty, empty. Now allowing the body to return to its regular breathing practice. Allowing a sense of thanksgiving for this present moment. Preparing to bring yourself back into the room where you're seated or lying down. Maybe begin to wiggle your toes and your fingers. Maybe stretch a little bit. You can do that. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Allowing the words thank you in this present moment. Maybe feeling your face and your forehead and rubbing your hands together gently, bringing them together gently. Feel that chi and that energy shared between hands. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Yeah, again, stretching a little bit. Moving and shifting on the surface beneath you and being thankful in this moment. I say to you as I bring those hands together in the praying hands position, I say to you, Namaste, Namaskar, Amitabha, Aho, Om, Ashe. Love and mercy, peace and grace, truth and tranquility, serenity, stillness, compassion, love, joy, peace, bliss, confidence and courage, kindness, stillness, happiness, ecstasy. Allow yourself to smile, bring those hands back down to your lap. Isn't it a lovely, lovely day? Shifting a little bit, feel the, oh man, thankful for this body, thankful for this vessel that moves me throughout my day. It's lovely. Allow yourself to smile I face this day with the beautiful awareness that all of the labels that I'm wearing, no matter how nicely constructed they are not the true me. So when there's stress associated with a label, allow that label to sit for a moment and focus. You can take it off of you, like taking the label off of the forehead, and place it. And you can bring your focused attention to it and give it love and give it joy, give it peace. The labels that we wear: husband, wife, brother, sister, friend, mechanic, salesman, business owner, teacher, police officer, first responder, politician, all of the different labels that we wear. Preacher, reverend, spiritual leader, guru, bodhisattva, the different labels that people give to us, mom, dad, all of the labels. Put it down. If that label is bringing you stress, take it off of you and place it on the altar The word altar is the root word for alteration. If you want to alter the energy, place that label on the altar and give to it the energy that you want it to have predominantly. Give it love, grace, understanding, openness, lack of judgment. Release yourself from the competition and the comparison. Imagine, as you go through this day, that you can now go through it more lightly, more free, more liberated. This beautiful place of emptiness. All right, enough sermon for the day. Now go and make it a great day, because you